How's it going? All right. Okay, quick show of hands. Who here works in the NFT space? Okay. Who here is a developer? Okay. Creator? All right. Business side? All right. Awesome. Well, let's go here. I've got a presentation. Also want to ask, who here is familiar with Scale? Okay, I've got a few. Well, let's get started. So there's some big issues right now with the NFT space. And a lot of these issues center around centralization. Oftentimes when people are actually buying an NFT, they own a contract. They actually don't own the image affiliated. And that's because a lot of files are actually backed up in Amazon in centralized systems, okay? So I'll talk about how Scale addresses that. They're also just very high costs, okay? So I think people are familiar who's minted an NFT on Ethereum, okay? We know. The other piece is vendor lock-in. Oftentimes there's a lot of centralized NFT solutions, and what you're doing, you're actually giving a lot of the value and trapping it there in this centralized system. And there, even if a blockchain is decentralized, there's often bridges that really act as a centralized gateway. The last two pieces are on the business side. I see a lot of failed NFT projects because of a short-term focus. Anyone here seen a poorly executed NFT launch? A few. All right. As well as just poorly using smart contracts in terms of royalties, et cetera. So there's a lot of improvement to be made, and frankly, it's natural with where we are in the space. So Scale's been around for a while. We launched in 2018. We're backed by some of the top VCs in the world, so Multicoin, Winklevoss, Signia, Hashed, and others. On Scale, Scale actually supports DeFi, Web3, social tokens, also NFTs. One of the reasons why NFTs are such a big category for Scale is that you can mint on a Scale chain at absolutely zero cost, okay? And then also, instead of just minting a contract and pointing to Amazon where a file is stored, you can actually mint the file directly on the Scale chain, okay? So the file image and the NFT are all collectively in a decentralized place. And right now there's about 1.5 billion in value securing the NFTs on the Scale network because of the proof of stake dynamics in the Scale network. Scale is also Ethereum native. So what this means is Ethereum and Scale work together in tandem. The Ethereum network actually controls the Scale network. They work in a symbiotic fashion, okay? And that's important just for interoperability, security to the network, and frankly, wallets. Most users are using Ethereum wallets. All right. Scale is, I like to say, the only blockchain that could support billions of daily active users. And the reason why is that Scale is not one single blockchain, or Web3 database is another way to think of what a blockchain is. Scale is actually many, many, many blockchains. And the number of these blockchains can grow in a limitless fashion. So as the network gets overloaded, so does the price of purchasing or renting a new chain from the network. These dynamics help the network grow fast. All right. Now, the way you could think about this is that developers or businesses actually can rent a database within the Scale network. So instead of Ethereum being one blockchain, Scale is many, many fast Ethereum blockchains, is a way to think about it. And I like to say what you get with a Scale chain is you actually get your own performance. You don't share performance, but you share security. And that's how Scale can help people beat the trilemma issue. Okay, so I'm often asked, how are files stored directly on a blockchain? It doesn't make sense, right? How could you do that in a way that's cost effective at all? Well, does anyone know about containers? Is any people here that know about Kubernetes, Docker? Okay, so you could think of these as a computer within a computer. It's a way to partition compute resources to get more efficiency. Scale actually has a container on every blockchain solely dedicated to file storage, okay? So you can, in a very cost-effective manner, store files on your individualized Scale chain, okay? Another kind of cool element that comes with a network of many blockchains is the ability to white label a scale chain. So some of the biggest brands in the world right now are in the process of building their own blockchain on scale. With a few clicks, they can deploy a chain fully decentralized that they then can manage, or a business, a DAO, a group, whomever it is, can actually run their own chain. By the way, sorry for somehow during the process of me creating this deck and sending it in, some of the formatting was thrown off. So, but what we have here are white labeled chains. So think of the biggest brands in the world having their own blockchain that behind the scenes that's powered by Scale and collectively supported from a security perspective with that $1 billion+ in stake, okay? Okay, so I'm not going to go through the details of this slide, but what I want to say is blockchains alone are not sufficient at launching an NFT. NFTs need an ecosystem, okay? And it also needs compliance with laws and regulations. So you think about KYC AML, you think about IP, you think about marketplaces, right? And wallets. So because Scale is part of the Ethereum ecosystem, it plugs natively into a whole set of partnerships, okay? All right, I talked a little bit earlier about the economics and the scalability of the Scale network and how Scale could actually have billions of daily active users and a limitless amount of NFTs deployed to the chain. I like to use the example of Uber or Lyft. So imagine a rideshare platform and every car is full. Well, guess what? The price goes up dramatically, right? Price surges. And what that does is it influences more people to get out and drive, right? It also pushes the demand down a little bit because people are like, I'll wait till the price is a little more reasonable before I take this ride. So Scale works in a similar fashion. When the network's overloaded and there's more applications than there are servers able to handle them, there's an elastic price curve. So the price goes up, and therefore the amount of servers in the network grows. And that's, in summary, how the network can continue to grow and grow and grow. Right now there are 160 nodes in the network, run by 48 different entities, Scale Labs, the Scale Foundation. We don't run a single node. It is entirely decentralized, all run by some of the top validators in the world. Okay, so let's talk about bridging and let's talk about vendor lock-in. So this is I think, an incredibly novel component in the NFT landscape. So you can actually mint NFTs on Scale, and let's say your business is running an NFT program, whatever it is, and you determine, hey, I actually want to move my NFTs to a different platform. Or you're a user, and you say, hey, I'd actually like to move my NFT to the mainnet. And in 18 seconds, you can actually move that NFT from Scale to the mainnet, okay? That all works through interchain messaging. The same is true for DeFi and tokens. Anything on Scale can move in a very seamless manner back and forth between Ethereum, in part because Scale is entirely built on Ethereum and thanks to some very advanced cryptography. Yeah, each Scale chain can also talk, and you could move assets from a Scale chain to a Scale chain in about a second, to Ethereum in 18 seconds, and then from Ethereum to any other EVM chain. So it's all about Ethereum virtual machine compatibility. Thanks. All right, so a little bit of a teaser here. The foundation supporting the Scale network will be launching a 1 million token creator grant program. Okay, so you can read about it later this month. You can apply. There'll be a decentralized committee. There'll be a DAO that's running the issuance of this. And if you're interested, please come to, go to scale.network, hit me up on Twitter, follow Scale Labs on Twitter. And and for all of you listening, thank you. I appreciate it. And have a great conference, okay?